What's up, guys? It's your boy Ninsky. So today in this video, we're going to be talking about a couple of people within the community, specifically the StrangeMan and GatorKeys. Now, I do want this video to reach them because I believe what I'm about to say has importance. Although they might get offended or take it negatively, they and their viewers need to understand that because you make a title saying that the mystery is over and then you give your opinion on it, does not mean that the mystery is over. You haven't actually concluded anything in either one of these videos by either party, and I'm going to go through their videos and explain why what they're showing you is completely fabricated and false. Now, for anyone who is from their channel that is watching this, I do apologize if this seems personal. I do take this personally because I've been within this mystery, working on this mystery for 10 plus years with a bunch of other people that have been working just as hard as me, if not harder. And for these guys to go out there and say that they've solved it with no evidence and no conclusion, it's a slap in the face. So, what we're going to do today is slap them right back. Let's start with their videos. Alright, so the first video is from the StrangeMan, and this is literally the first point that he's going to bring up in his video, and that is that the mural shows us the location of 4 UFO Easter eggs. Now, this snapshot is taken from later in the video, but you will see how he's placed a UFO on each symbol of the mural. How is this showing us the location of these, apart from the one at the top of the mountain? Really think about what he's showing here and the location of these UFOs and how they would even be relevant to what the mural is showing. So here he's going to show how the UFO symbol on the mural represents this UFO at the hippie camp. And he's also going to go on to say that the X above the mural UFO represents the UFO at the hippie camp. So right here, he's contradicting himself. And on top of it, the location is nowhere near Mount Chiliad at all. So this is probably my favorite leap that he makes. So he takes the jetpack symbol and is going to tie the jetpack symbol to Fort Zancudo. Why? Because in a previous GTA game, a jetpack was found at a military base. Now, I'm sorry, that is completely wrong. It's just wrong. These are two separate games. Two completely separate games. The universes are different, the map is different. They're very different games. This jetpack symbol has already been discussed in my channel, and I show the location of it at the Arcturus camp. That is the true location of this jetpack symbol. So I really want you to pay attention to what StrangeMan is saying here. Rockstar used the jetpack symbol because the Zancudo UFO is an experimental craft. What? Just let that sink in. This is complete fabrication. Stop lying to your viewers. So here, I'm just pointing out, he is contradicting himself again. So he's got two locations for this Zancudo UFO. The jetpack symbol, and now the X above it. And again, he's going to go on to fabricate, taking a symbol and just somehow knowing what it means. Brother, you have no idea what that symbol means. If anything, you should be looking at the Disruption Operation mission where we had a UFO crash into the lake. And half of the fucking UFO was sticking out. You idiot! That leaves us with the cracked alien egg. We don't even know that it's an alien egg. All we know is that it's a cracked egg. And then he's going to use the line that connects the UFO and the jetpack symbol together to show how that they're connected because they're similar Easter eggs, right? They're just similar Easter eggs. I'm going to put a rest to this line and how it represents a connection between these two boxes. It's not a connection. It's a road, and that road is the highway that runs at the bottom of the mountain. So if you really want a mural overlay, this is what it would look like. And I explained this in my mural explained video, how the mural itself is showing these locations, and that's it. Now, this is the part of the video that I have a real problem with, where he goes on to state how the face on the mountain is a dev, and when they released the game in New Gen, they changed the face to the rooster to represent his last name. Look, it's a good reach, but there would be no reason to change the Easter egg. They would just leave the face of the developer on there. Okay. We've talked about what this face is and why they've changed it. If you want to know about that, go watch my video on that, or go and watch Wispy's video on that as well. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I will say, though, think about how many Easter eggs the game has and how many different developers would have made those Easter eggs. Why would one developer get to have his one face on one Easter egg? It doesn't make sense. So now that I've torn that piece of shit video apart, my message to you, StrangeMan, stop making videos and go and learn about other people's theories and perspectives, and stop trying to make their theories and perspective yours. Just stop, because you're doing the community a massive disservice, and everyone already knows what you're doing. How are you not ashamed of yourself? Alright, now we're going to talk about GatorKeys. And the thing with GatorKeys is I actually have a little bit of respect for him, because when he started his channel, he was doing a lot of his own work. And not to say that he's not doing his own work now, but I think he's sort of dropped off in terms of how deep he goes when he does his work. And it's noticeable. It's very noticeable. And I'm going to point out a couple of things in this video in particular that are false and fabricated, unfortunately, just so that hopefully if he does see this, he can change the description or change the title, because it's incorrect, bro. I'm sorry, it's incorrect.
This is it. This is the video on the Mount Chiliad mystery. After hundreds of comments requesting it, we're finally here. Now, unlike many other YouTubers, I'm not claiming that I'm the first person to come to this conclusion. I'm sure many other players did in 2013, but for some reason the Mount Chiliad mystery remains in 2025. So there needs to be a video that puts an end to it before GTA 6 releases.
Okay, so I'm pointing out here that he mentioned that there needs to be a video that puts an end to all of this before GTA 6 comes out, right? So this is him making a point that this video is the official guide to the mystery. Now, the next thing he's going to talk about is going to completely debunk that, because it's off. It's so off, it's laughable, bro. Like, the way you came to this conclusion is honestly low tier.
The UFO symbol on the left represents 2 out of 3 UFOs that can be found at 100% completion. Notice how the line coming out of the UFO splits into 2 and then connects to the center in the same place. Next we have the jetpack symbol. The jetpack symbol represents flying, specifically flying up high. Notice how it once again splits into 2 before connecting into the center. And at the very bottom of this mural it has its own line connecting specifically to the UFO. This symbol is literally just telling us that we need to fly up really high to see the first 2 UFOs.
Right, so what you're telling us is, because we have 2 UFOs in the sky, and the 2 symbols have lines that split into 2, that the jetpack means that we have to fly up high? Like, dude, that is so bad of a conclusion that when I saw that, when you released this video, I had to jump on Discord, I had to talk to my friends about it, show everyone about it, because, like, that is unfathomable to think that a jetpack means just fly up high. If they wanted to just mean that, they would have just put a helicopter on there, just like you said, but they didn't. They put a jetpack symbol. Why? Because we found a jetpack symbol at the Alturas camp in 2013, and you're completely ignoring that fact.
This, because this is completely unrelated to those glyphs.
I find it funny how you don't want to talk about that glyph because you don't actually know anything about that glyph. Now, you make mention that it's unrelated to the others. My question to you, brother, is why would it change to the same color as the all important glyphs for Mount Chiliad mystery UFO? Why? Why would they change that glyph to the same color as the others if they're not related? So these guys go on to continue in their videos and dispel more information and try and solve more loose ends about the mystery that they think they had the conclusion on. I'm not going to bother tearing them apart any further because I'm pretty much sure I've proved my point. So I guess the reason why I made this video is for people to understand that when these videos come out saying officially over or the end, it stops you from investigating more, learning more, and developing more of your mind. Because this mystery is about the power of your mind and what it's capable of seeing and doing. Now, you might think that's far-fetched, you probably don't understand it, but that's, again, if you go back and you watch my videos and you go back and watch Wispy's videos and you actually sit there and put in the time and the work, I guarantee you, you're going to see things for the way that they're truly meant to be, and you'll understand more. If you really want this, you need to put in the work and learn what we've learned. There's no point trying to reinvent the wheel yourself. The work has already been done. Just go and watch the videos and you'll see the truth.